Now we can hear from an airline that has suffered directly from the billion-dollar ash cloud. We're joined live from Dublin by Geoffrey O'Byrne-White, Chief Executive of CityJet, the largest airline operator at London's City Airport. Good morning to you. I guess the first question is, what is the state of your fleet at the moment? Are they flying yet?
We have some aircraft flying at the moment, but not in and out of London City Airport. We anticipate getting some aircraft. We're planning to try and get some aircraft into the air today and resume normal operations tomorrow and build up to our full capacity then of 600 a week early next week.
Now, certain analysts have been looking at the industry overall and the hit that it's taken and saying that we could see certain airlines unable to keep going. Do you think it's that serious? What's your analysis of the industry overall?
Well, I think the industry was already in quite difficult circumstances with the general downturn, the recession, and generally the way airlines are structured with such high capital costs. A sudden drop in revenue has a big impact, but when revenue goes to zero for an extended period such as this, and we have yet to anticipate what the impact on revenue is going to be for the next few weeks going forward, as the travelling public may be a little bit risk averse to travelling at all until things settle down a little bit. All these are going to have quite dramatic impacts on the bottom line for airlines, and it could well be that some airlines will struggle to continue in operation without some assistance from government and regulators.
Let's talk a little bit more about that assistance. Would you like to see a British government bailout, or would you like to see something being done Europe-wide?
I think anything that takes place in this regard is going to have, first of all, there's going to have to be a review of the situation, but I think Europe-wide is the best way to go, because it is a deregulated industry. We're all supposed to be on the same playing field from a point of view of the rules and regulations. Therefore, Europe-wide makes the most sense to me.
Michael O'Leary was talking about an anomaly where we've got, you can buy a fairly cheap ticket on Ryanair or indeed any airline, but then if you get stuck somewhere, the airline is responsible for all your costs of food, accommodation. Is that something that you would like to see changed after this incident?
I think he's referring to the EU Regulation 261. I think any airline has a duty of care towards its passengers, especially when it fails to deliver on the contract that it has with them. This has been put into a regulation by the European Union, and it's a rather crude instrument, I'm afraid, and it could be better drafted. I think that's going to have to be reviewed going forward, because certainly that regulation was not drafted with the circumstances that the airlines have faced in the last 6 days in mind, and it's probably inappropriate for those circumstances. However, airlines anyway, as commercial organisations wishing to win passengers, need to look after their passengers, and even with the difficulties need to make extra efforts to try and reaccommodate people.
Just before we go, are there any other lessons that you would like to see learned from what's happened?
Well, I think the industry is going to have to obviously have a closer look. I think there is a very good chance that we could see reoccurrences of this ash cloud again, with high pressure systems more frequent during the summer and the volcanic activity likely to continue. I don't think this ash cloud has gone away. I think it's going to recur. So I think we're going to have to be very well prepared for its return, and we're going to have to not have a complete shutdown the next time it happens. I think we're going to have to be more clever in the way we try and continue operations. Okay. However, having said that, the geographical area of Europe is very, very small.
OK, Geoffrey O'Byrne-White, thank you very much indeed.